Good morning, everyone. Welcome. My name is Menachem Creditor. It's my honor to serve as scholar in residence and rabbi for UJA Federation of New York. We bring you Torah and music, blessing, and community every weekday. We've been doing so since March 18th, 2020. Today it is Friday, May 23rd, 2025. It's been a blessing to be part of this community for over 5 years, to find new friends from all over the world, to just say good morning to each other. Tracy and Tara, Bensi, Boker Tov. It's good to see all of you. I hope that you and yours are safe and well. We're going to say hello to each other, say good morning, and then we'll get started with learning some Torah and getting ready for Shabbat. Neil, it's good to see you, my friend. Boker Tov, good morning. Rosa, so good to see you. You are offering this Torah learning for the safety of Jewish Canadians and allies during Sunday's Walk with Israel event. Amen. They should walk with pride, they should walk with safety. Jack, Debbie, and Carl, Richard, and Dave, good morning. Barry and Cynthia, good morning. Hi, Kate. Sandy and Adrian, David, Boker Tov. Hi, Arlene. Okay, we are counting for Penny. She's not going to be on today's broadcast. It is broadcast 1310. It is day 595 since October 7th. Chana sending love to you in Jerusalem. Shabbat Shalom, my friend. Linda and Anya and Linda. Janetta, good morning. Okay, let's take a breath. Hi, Judy. Hi, Corinne. Let's sing a bracha. We'll learn some Torah. Here we go. לעסוק בדברי תורה, לעסוק בדברי תורה, הפוך בה והפוך בה, לעסוק בדברי תורה. תריה לי 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 תריה לי לי friends. Oh, I want to play more guitar. I think we're going to sing a little bit in a moment, but let's tap into this moment. Let's get ready to learn some Torah. It's so good to see all of you. I, like you, am caught up in this moment, thinking pretty nonstop about Sarah Milgram and Yaron Lashinsky. And so it's hard to bring ourselves out of that. And we shouldn't be out of that, it just happened. But the ferocity of our love and the depth of our grief and the solidity of our commitment to being part of Am Yisrael tells us a number of things. Number one is we are part of a tradition that has gone back a long way, and it will move on and move forward in the most powerful and passionate of ways because of the way we carry, as Judy just demonstrated, our broken hearts into the world. We will not shrink from it. Now, this week's Parsha is a strange place to make that point. Remember, this week we read a double Torah portion, Behar and Bechukotai. They end the book of Leviticus. And we end up talking a lot about Behar. When you have two Torah portions, you do end up talking about the first one more than the second, at least a lot of the time. Bechukotai is a very powerful Parsha. It is the last parsha in the book of Vayikra, and it begins with these words: Im bechukotai telechu, ve'et mitzvotai tishmeru, va'asitem otam. If you follow my laws and faithfully, observe my commandments, I will grant your rains in their season, so that the earth shall yield its produce and the trees of the field their fruit. This is the way the Torah works. It is a promise that if we follow what we're supposed to do, the world will work the way it's supposed to. It will rain when it's supposed to rain, and justice will be. And the rain in the ancient world, especially if you remember, as an agrarian society, we have a lot wrapped up in whether or not it rains. That's life. So if you follow the rules, life. And if you don't, not. And it's incredibly weighty. So much so that the rest of the Parsha has a list of brachot, a list of blessings, and then a much larger list of the klalot, of the curses, of the, God forbid, consequences of not listening. Now, it's not that we follow this literally, that we believe that when we do right, it rains, because that would be a world where goodness is repaid with goodness, and where people who act cruelly don't succeed. We are in a world where it doesn't quite work like that. If only, as Ashley rephrased what I said, if only the world worked as it is supposed to, meaning the way that we think goodness should um, have good consequences. But we live in a world where a book like Rabbi Harold Kushner's very famous When Bad Things Happen to Good People is written. It's not if they do, it's when they do. It's also not why they do, which tells you that the Torah's way of creating a simple cause and effect, that's actually not the way, not the ancient rabbis and not the modern ones think about this. So, what does it mean to have a Torah portion that includes a section of blessing as a reward for doing mitzvot, for doing the right thing, and then a section of klalot? Well, first of all, when we read it, it is a tradition in many communities to read it very quickly and to whisper it. We don't rip it out of the Torah, but we do not allow it to have the full voice that we would bring to truth. That itself is an important thing to consider. That in part of the Torah, where curses are listed, and it's a decent amount of text, our tradition is to go very quickly and to be quiet. We don't ignore it, but we don't emphasize the curses. And so, what I want to do today, even in the midst of the freshness of this new wave of pain, as we continue to carry the rest of it, on this, day 595, since October 7th, on this, the second day, after losing two beautiful people, Sarah and Yaron, whose lives were just dedicated to strengthening people and our homeland, both. Let's look with positivity. Let's look with passion at one word in that opening verse of the very last Torah portion in the book of Vayikra, the book of Leviticus. I already read it, but I'm going to read it again. Im bechukotai telechu, vet mitzvotai tishmeru, ve'asitem otam. If, if, if you follow the Torah, which means these curses, they don't have to happen. And these blessings, they also don't have to happen. As opposed to looking beyond ourselves to God for the reason and for what's next, we have the obligation, I would say opportunity, in a world that does not work the way that it's supposed to exercise that first word, im, if. So friends, I want to ask you, im bechukotai telechu. Look at our ancestors and imagine our descendants and think about what we can make happen. Because this Parsha actually focuses on human empowerment. If, if, if we can love as fiercely as Yaron and Sarah did. If we can build our world from love the way they were about to by getting engaged next week in Jerusalem. If we can celebrate our young Jewish professionals and all who work to strengthen the Jewish community, and if we can demand dignity from the world and not in any way shrink from it, and if we can be strong enough to read Torah and strong enough to respond to it by changing the tone of the very reading, and if we can bring back our beloveds, and if we can articulate a values-based leadership that we deserve in every corner of the world, homeland and other countries, and if we can show up even in a world where there seems to be a shortage of humanity, if we can remember to be human, then, what then? My friends, what then? So, this is a song where the word if matters quite a lot. Wherever you are, I hope you'll sing with me. I will build this world from love. Mean it and say with me. And you must build this world from love. And if we build this world from love, then God will build this world from love. Olam chesed yibaneh. Olam chesed yibaneh. Olam chesed yibaneh. Olam chesed yibaneh. Friends, I wrote that song a long time ago. I wrote that song for my daughter, for her Simchat Bat, for her naming, 23 years ago. And every time I sing it, every time I hear it sung by someone else, I feel new dimensions of its meaning. And I want to offer, in response also to what Rabbi Cantor Risa asked just a second ago, those who see the Torah in black and white, those who see binary choices only, miss the depth of what that song points to, of what this parsha actually points to. It's not blessing or curse, it's you. Who do you want to be in the world? Who do we want to model for our children? How do we want to show the world what behavior should look like? What values embodied mean? What being vulnerable means? What living after pain and through it means? If we build this world from love, it's not, at least in my mind, friends, it's not if we build it, then God will show up doing and do it. It's if we build this world from love. That's God building this world from love. Bensi wrote here, Bensi Kogan wrote, if hyphen when. Yes, but this is not a causational thing where one thing leads to another. It is one thing is the other. If we build this world from love, then that's God building this world from love. But it requires us. It is demanding of us. And that is a heavy demand to walk through this world experiencing. And it is also the demand we are called to answer as we walk through this world. So I invite you, friends, I invite you, as my beloved friend John Harwood just wrote, the liminal space of I is a terrifying one, but where we become our best selves. Amen. That if, what an opportunity, what an invitation, what an obligation, but how blessed we are to have that obligation. We can make it rain. And this world needs that kind of rain. I invite you, friends, to tap into your best self today, now, in the midst of what we're going through. It is 595 days of deep prayer and action and mobilization and loving each other and rebuilding. How terrible the need, how glorious the response. If we build this world from love, then God will build this world from love. It's not easy, friends. It's beautiful, though. How blessed we are. Matov chelkenu. How great is our portion. I ask you, friends, to sing with me. And remember, you're the one who's doing the singing. You're the one whose spirit is moving through you with the breath that empowers, that enables, that makes this song real. Od lo avda tikvatenu. We still haven't lost our hope. Isn't that awesome? Kolon baleva penima nefesh Yehudi homia ulfatei mizrach kadima ayin letzion tzofia עוד לא עבדה תקוותנו, התקווה בת שנות 2000, להיות עם חופשי בארצנו, ארץ ציון וירושלים, להיות עם חופשי בארצנו, ארץ ציון וירושלים. Bring them home now. Am Yisrael Chai. Shabbat Shalom, my friends. See you on Monday.